All right, let's talk about something interesting. You know those people who seem totally immune to the whole fresh start thing? While everyone's making New Year's resolutions or celebrating a new chapter, they're just carrying on business as usual. It's not about being negative, not at all. It's about having a completely different architecture of discipline.
So, does this sound familiar? The clock hits midnight, a big birthday comes up, and it feels like the whole world is just buzzing with this energy of renewal. But for you, it just feels like Tuesday. If you've ever felt a little bit disconnected from all that social hype, trust me, you are not alone. There's a whole psychology behind that feeling.
Okay, let's really get into this. At its core, this mindset isn't about being a party pooper. It's about seeing time in a totally different way. Not as a bunch of separate chapters in a book, but as one single, powerful, flowing river. So let's explore what that actually means for how we make progress in our lives.
This comparison chart, it just nails the two different perspectives. So over on the left, you have the common view. This idea that a fresh start is almost like a magic wand, that a new date can somehow create a new you. But look at the right side, the continuous view. This is more like a journey without a finish line. The idea here is that the power to change isn't locked away until some special day. Nope, it's available to you every single day.
So what happens when you actually start seeing time as this unbroken line? How does that change what you do? Well, it leads to this incredibly powerful and proactive way of getting things done. It basically strips away all the excuses we love to build around making a change. Let's break down how.
This quote gets right to the heart of it all. If you truly believe this, then waiting for the right day to start something just seems, well, kinda illogical. Why would you put off getting better? The power isn't in the calendar. It's in your decision to act right here, right now.
And this leads us to what's officially called the continuous improvement mindset. It's so simple, but it's really profound. Think about it. If you realize your diet isn't working for you, you don't say, okay, I'll start fresh on Monday. You start with your very next meal. The motivation comes from the desire to improve, not from some random date on a calendar.
And the process itself is just beautiful in its simplicity. Step 1, figure out what needs to change. Step 2, start right away. Notice what's missing? Yeah, there's no step 3, wait for the perfect moment. It just cuts right through all the procrastination and all the stories we tell ourselves. You see the need and you act on it, instantly.
Now, here's a really cool part. This mindset isn't just about turning you into some kind of productivity machine. Actually, it has these deep psychological benefits that are almost the exact opposite of that. It's about consciously choosing your own internal peace over putting on a social performance.
This really lays out the two choices we have, performance or peace. On one side, you've got the exhausting pressure to act excited, to put on a show just to fit in. But on the other side, there's this quiet strength that comes from valuing your own stability and just being authentic, no matter what everyone else is doing.
And this piece, it actually translates into a tangible superpower, focus. When you tune out all those little micro distractions, the holiday hype, the seasonal trends, you stop wasting all that mental energy. And that leads directly to having better control over your attention and your emotions. You are simply more in charge of your own mind.
So, what about relationships? How does this mindset affect how we connect with people? Well, it helps build a totally different kind of connection. One that isn't based on rituals or obligations, but on something way deeper and much more authentic.
Here it is, the key difference when it comes to being social. The emphasis is all on real presence. It's not about just showing up to the party because you feel like you have to. It's about being genuinely present and engaged with the people you're with. The quality of that interaction always wins over the obligation of the event.
So what does that actually look like? Well, it means you're prioritizing the real, subtle signals people send over the loud, scripted stuff. It means you value one deep, present conversation way more than going through the motions of some compulsory celebration. It's all about connecting when it feels meaningful, not just when the calendar says it's time to connect.
And this is a super important point to make. This mindset isn't anti-social at all. It's about being selectively and authentically social. It's about choosing that one deep coffee conversation over 10 minutes of shallow small talk at a crowded party. It's about investing your social energy where it's actually going to count.
So we'll leave you with this one last thought to chew on. Our whole culture is pretty obsessed with the idea of the fresh start. But maybe, just maybe, the most powerful kind of growth doesn't come from wiping the slate clean every once in a while. What if real, Lasting progress comes from the quiet, daily discipline of simply not stopping.